Good afternoon, everybody. It is Steve Lookner with Agenda Free TV. We are here to bring you a live update on the fourth day of the manhunt for the Kentucky I-75 shooter. There is supposed to be a press conference in 20 minutes at 3 p.m. I will have at least audio of that for you. I'm hoping to have video if Kentucky State Police shows it like they did yesterday, but it's not guaranteed that they're showing it. So we will see if they show it. And in the meantime, oops, hold on a second here. Give me one moment. Give me one moment here. We'll give you some updates. And again, a 3 p.m. update is coming up. That 3 p.m. update, I believe, is just the daily update. It's not like they have some huge news to announce. Oops. Oopsie. Just make an adjustment here. Okay. So it's not like, I'm not expecting some huge announcement at the 3 p.m. press conference, but we'll see what they have to say. And hang on a moment here. Okay, the scanner is on. The scanner is on. We're not hearing anything right now, but it is on. And I had checked the flight tracker before, and I didn't see anything on there before, but I'll check again. I see some questions about the debate coverage. I would highly advise you, if you're interested in what we're covering, follow us on X, because those in the know, those who follow us on X, have already seen this post from an hour ago that said, unfortunately, ABC will not let us use their debate footage tonight, but we will have debate pre-show and post-show. So follow us on X at Agenda Free TV. You can get those updates as they come out. So we will have a pre-show and a post-show for the debate. Okay. And I'll post the link to the Agenda Free TV X in the chat. I think the debate is at 9.
I'm just cleared
if I remember
complaint.
Right.
The interstate, go ahead.
Check, well, I don't know if it's been checked or not yet, but there's a tractor trailer that's off the side of the interstate at the 45. Just gonna see somebody check it at some point. Nothing, that's a priority.
The debate is at 9 p.m.
10 and 4, I'll advise them.
45 southbound.
At the moment, I'm not seeing anything on Flight Radar 24 in the area,
Well, no, I'll check it here in a minute.
plane-wise or helicopter-wise. And no, I just looked up the debate.
43106.
It's at 9 p.m. Guys, the debate is at 9 p.m. That is when it is. Confirmed, 9 p.m. is when the debate starts. Hang on a moment here. This, again, we have press conference coming up in about 15 minutes. 15 minutes press conference. 9 p.m. Eastern time, I should say. I didn't say Eastern time. 9 p.m. Eastern time is when the debate is. So we'll come on before then with a with pre-show and post-show. Just getting a map up here for you. One of our viewers is in the Daniel Boone National Forest. One of our viewers said, Daniel Boone National Forest is here. The area where we've been talking about is here. There. Exit 49, I-75. Hey, a quick thank you to, I really appreciate it, Rob, for the gift memberships. Thanks so much, Rob.
1180 London.
Thanks to our members, Robin, Ridge, and Bogart. Thanks to our new member, Punkette. Thanks to our member, Tracy Fichter, Carms, and Doug Cahill. Thanks for the gift memberships. I want to shout out our moderators, too. Thanks for modding. Ruth Krafasi is moderating. Thank you, Ruth. Sabrina is moderating. Thank you, Sabrina. Over there on Twitch, I got that fire, J. Joanna and Surly Dev. Thank you. And also we have, hang on a moment. Kay Lowry Body is moderating. Raven Lynn is moderating. Thank you. So Christina Neal as well. Linda Belk and Larry moderate on X. Thank you to all of our moderators. Again, in about 13 minutes, we have an update coming up from Kentucky State Police. Actually, 12 minutes now. 12 minutes until the update from Kentucky State Police. Our viewer Cat Daddy is 6 miles from epicenter, says Cat Daddy. Lovebug, our viewer, lives in the Daniel Boone National Forest.
1109.
Some of you think... Hang on a second here.
Case officer. He's coming over to him. He's got possession of this vehicle as well, 98. 1447. There's a little maroon Ford Ranger come through there just like everything was clear. You may want to check it.
I have an article I'm going to give you some updates from. This is from, oops, why is that like that? Maybe, is it like this? I'm going to go back to the map, but I'm going to show, let me show you some stuff from this article actually. This is from Associated Press. This is from today. People take precautions they never thought they would be needed as search continues for highway shooter. Now, a number of you think he's not alive. As we mentioned yesterday, an affidavit from the Laurel County Police did say that he texted someone shortly before the shooting saying he was going to try to kill a lot of people and then kill himself after. So it is possible he is not alive. But we don't know that for sure. We certainly do not know that for sure. Northern Grace says, still not captured or found. I see poor citizens there. We have a press conference coming up in 10 minutes. Some of you think he's not there. Observer thinks he is long gone. But a lot of people concerned, obviously. Jack Burton says we have a be on the lookout for this creep all the way in Mingo County, West Virginia, where I am. I'm not going to read the whole, I'll just read some of this article just to give you some updates here. AP says jittery residents living near where a gunman opened fire on a Kentucky highway are taking precautions they never thought that would be needed in their rural region. As searchers combed the woods Tuesday hoping to find the suspect, Brandy Campbell said her family has gone to bed early and kept the lights off in the evenings since 5 people were wounded and 12 cars were shot in an attack Saturday on Interstate 75 near London, Kentucky. She said, we go home and lights go off, and we go upstairs and our doors stay locked. Several area school districts remain closed on Tuesday. while a few others shifted to remote learning. This is the 4th day of this manhunt. Searchers have been combing through an expansive area of rugged and hilly terrain near where the shooting occurred. So this was what I was talking about the text messages. And by the way, maybe they'll talk about these text messages in the press conference today, because yesterday they didn't really talk about them. Less than 30 minutes before he had shot 12 vehicles and wounded 5 people, the suspect, Joseph Couch, sent a text message vowing to kill a lot of people. Authorities said in an arrest warrant. "I'm going to kill a lot of people, well, try at least," Couch wrote in the text message. According to the warrant obtained by the warrant affidavit obtained by the Associated Press.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In a separate text message, he wrote, "I'll kill myself afterwards." And the affidavit also said that before authorities received the first report of the shooting around 5:30 p.m. Saturday, a dispatcher in Laurel County got a call from a woman who told them Couch had sent her the text at 5:03 p.m. I believe the Lexington Herald Leader said, they said that was his ex-wife who got the, I believe they said that was his ex-wife who got the text. But I'd have to check the stream yesterday. There was a report on that in the stream yesterday we gave you. But if I remember right, that's what we said on the stream yesterday. In response to the call from the woman, police initiated a tracker on Couch's cell phone, but the location was not received until 6:53 p.m., the affidavit states, about 90 minutes after the shooting. Then we were mentioning this yesterday. On Sunday, law enforcement officers searched an area near where Couch's vehicle was found with a view of I-75. There they found a green Army-style duffel bag, ammunition, and numerous spent shell casings, the affidavit says. A short distance away, they found a Colt AR-15 rifle with a sight mounted to the weapon and several additional magazines. The duffel bag had Couch handwritten in black marker. So it certainly looks like he parked his car near where the shooting happened. Kentucky State Police said troopers had been brought in from across the state to aid in the search. He described the Kentucky State Police Master Trooper Scotty Pennington described the extensive search area as walking in a jungle with machetes needed to cut through thickets.
On this guy pushed the car at 98. 1453.
Couple other things here, in case you hadn't heard this. A firearms store informed authorities that Couch purchased an AR-15 and 1,000 rounds of ammunition hours before the shooting. Authorities in Kentucky said yesterday that Couch was in the Army Reserve and not the National Guard. The U.S. Army said in a statement... The U.S. Army said in a statement, Couch served from 2013 to 2019 as a combat engineer. He was a private when he left and had no deployments.
122.
He fired 20 to 30 rounds in the attack, striking 12 vehicles.
Do you make out your location, or you want me to stay over here? 10-4.
Where's my map?
That's the same. Well, I am between. I just passed that other group headed back that way. I was going back to pick up.
In just a couple minutes, this press conference is going to happen.
Over here, I would imagine they've still got several units out over there with a couple here right now.
Press conference in 5 minutes. Press conference in 5 minutes, supposedly.
Sitting here, I'm 98 over here, backing around 49. It's a unit around West 80. Good. You received a call on a suspicious subject. On there on West 80 around Walmart DC's. Yeah, walking toward London. Male subject wearing black hat, black shirt, jeans, black glasses, collared vest. He was just acting really suspicious, ducking his face away from cars as they went by, so somebody may want to check him out.
We'll advise them. Also, a key holder is en route with a key to that cabin.
Hey, quick thanks to Alice Corvin, our new member, and Jeff Buddington, our new member. Thank you. And Rob for the gift memberships. Robin, Ridge, and Bogart as well.
You can signalate them. I don't think they've seen where they could have got in it.
Yeah, KF Sage, I posted about that. KF Sage mentioned there was a shooting at an Omaha school. This was not a shooting where like a person shot a bunch of people. I don't know the exact details, but reportedly one person was shot at an Omaha high school. I don't have a lot of details on that right now. But again, I'm not really covering that right now. I mean, unfortunately, there's a lot of shootings, and I don't cover most of them. Thank you, KF Sage. But if I get some updates later, I will let you know. Yeah, KETV says one person injured and a suspect in custody. A teenager was injured at a shooting at Omaha Northwest High School. Authorities said it's believed to be an isolated incident between two students, according to KETV Omaha. Hope the person is okay. Thank you again, KF Sage. Thank you, Holly K, our new member. So in about 2 minutes, there's supposed to be a press conference. Oh, hold on. I have it here. I have it here. Let me get it on the screen for you. Let me get it on the screen for you. Oh, no.
Couple hours in Wayne County, in our post area, we did have a shooting that occurred. We have detained one person. We do have one deceased. This has nothing to do with what occurred in
1411.
I want to continue to say, and I told you yesterday, there's complaints that happen all around us in all our communities, all the counties that we work, the little municipalities, and we're going to continue to investigate these complaints. And if it's another post area, we'll help another post. If another post has to come help us, or a sheriff's department, or a small agency, we're going to continue to work together to not just solve crimes here in Laurel County, but other jurisdictions as well. We'll get started. The Kentucky State Police continues to assist the Laurel County Sheriff's Office with the manhunt of Joseph A. Couch. We're going on 72 hours of this manhunt. We remain committed to resolving this situation as swift and safely as possible. We extend our sincere gratitude to all the community partners, first responders, local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies such as Fish and Wildlife, Federal Forestry Service, ATF, FBI, U.S. Marshal Service, elected officials, and also churches and local organizations that has helped us to feed us, to make sure we got plenty of stuff to drink, and all the other agencies that are helping us that sometimes don't get named, like the sheriff's departments and the city police from outside of our jurisdiction here. I want to give a big thanks to the London City Police. The London City Police has went way above and beyond. This did not happen or occur in the city limits of London, but this is their community. This is their people. And I want to thank them and their officers. They went way above and beyond to help us answer calls out in the county, and they've done a great and remarkable job in helping in this situation. And their public affairs officer, me and him and Deputy Archano, we worked well together, passing on information. I want to thank them. I'm sure I'm leaving people out, but I want to thank everybody. I'm proud I'm proud to be a Kentuckian. I'm proud to be the public affairs officer from Abundant State Police Post. And I hope that I'm making people feel at ease. And it's hard. It's hard when people are so in fear right now that there's probably somebody out there. But I know my fellow officers and troopers and all the other people, they're working their guts out to try to find Mr. Couch and bring us to an end. But I just want to give another thanks. I want to thank, we've had outside agencies give us access to more aircraft. So we've got, several more helicopters in the air and technology. We've got the ATF and the FBI and the Marshal Services, and we've got other entities from way off from us that are in contact with us to bring their equipment here to try to help locate Mr. Couch. So I want to thank them. I want to thank the people for being patient. I know you see all this stuff on Facebook, good or bad, but people are really behind us and supporting us. They're really supporting their neighbor. They're really looking out for each other, and we want to thank them for doing that. And we encourage them to continue to check on their neighbor, to check on the elderly person that don't have somebody regularly coming to their house. Make sure you hear from them daily. Make sure you're being vigilant when you go home, that you're checking maybe your camera, your ring camera. You're checking your security system before you go to the house. Make sure somebody didn't cross through your yard that shouldn't be. Make sure your lights are on. Make sure your cell phones are charged. Make sure if you pick up the phone, you can contact and communicate with somebody. We would like you, if you're in that area, to maybe suspend your activities. Now, we talked about it a little bit yesterday about going out and hunting, like deer hunting or maybe coon hunting at night. Stay away from those areas. Don't be riding ATVs in those areas. Don't be hiking and canoeing down close to the Rock Castle River. Give us some time to see if we can locate Mr. Couch in this national forest. And it's a big forest. Y'all saw photos. I've sent you videos. This is not a small area. And
Hang on, wait a second. I might have to refresh. They're having an issue with their signal.
close to the Rock Castle River. Give us some time to see if we can locate Mr. Couch in this national forest. And it's a big forest. Y'all saw photos. I've sent you videos. This is not a small area. And if a complaint comes in, we're going to investigate it. We want those complaints to come in because we never know the smallest little tip what it's going to lead to. So please, the citizens of Kentucky and Laurel County and Rock Castle County, continue to call us and give us this information. We're going to come out and investigate it. None of this came to fruition at this time. Nothing's came true. But the next one might. The next one might. So keep calling in, and we're going to investigate it. And as the search, if it gets broader, it gets broader. And if we have to take it somewhere else, if technology takes it somewhere else, we're going to investigate it. But this time, there's nothing that we have came up with to say Mr. Couch is left over the woods. There's nothing to say he's got in a car. There's so many people that's got eyes on this investigation around the world that by now we should have got a pretty good tip that he has exited the woods. We have not got that. So our main focus is to remain in those woods until we find him. And some people say, well, what if he's not alive anymore? Well, we're going to stay in the woods till we find him. And, that's our job. If he's dead or alive, it's our job to try to find him. And that's what we're going to do. I want to thank you all, the media. You all have been great. I asked you once yesterday about emailing and texting and calling. Keep doing it. I will try my best to get back with you. I can't get back to all of you, but I will try to get back to you on a timely manner. Maybe it's just a little text to tell you, hey, we got a meeting here at 3 o'clock or what we're going to do. And I know you have people that come in and relieve you all that maybe not get that information, but just give them my number, and I will do my best to keep them informed of what's going on. but you all done an excellent job. I mean, we don't want this publicity in Laurel County. We don't want this. We want you to pack up, go home to your families. We want to go home to our families. But we couldn't do it without you all. So thank you all again for helping us with our jobs. And let me reiterate, the Kentucky State Police is here for the manhunt and capture and apprehension of Mr. Couch. So at this time, I'll open up for any questions for me. And if you have anything involved in the criminal part of this investigation, you can ask the sheriff or anybody on this stage if you have a question with them. But this time, I'll answer any questions that you have.
Well, I know you don't know this yet, but given what you do know, what are the odds he's dead or alive, in your opinion?
Well, my opinion doesn't count. I have 10,000 opinions, and it changes daily. You know, it was a lot hotter today. I hope he doesn't have water. I hope he doesn't have food. And I hope he's wore out, and eventually he'll walk out of the woods. That's what I hope happens, and we'll let the judicial system handle it as they seem fit, and everybody goes home safely to their families.
The note said he planned to kill himself. What do you make of that?
I don't know what the note's talking about.
If he is dead, do you believe that would make it easier for you guys to find him quicker than if he was alive, or how does that work?
Well, if it continues to be hot outside and he has passed away, you know, nature takes care of itself. I mean, you can see a lot of things from the air, and a lot of times buzzards start to fly, and if your body is decaying out there, that could help in this investigation. And I'm not saying that it will happen, but that's human life. It's revolving, and that stuff happens. It's like an animal that passes away in the woods.
You're not aware of the...
Yes, ma'am.
How is Fish and Wildlife helping you?
You know, there is a river down there, and it's not way up, but it is up pretty good, and they've got access to boats and stuff like that. And they've got technology too. You know, they're constantly in the woods, and they have technology that we're using, plus just boots on the ground. You know, relieving our troopers and our deputies that are, you know, if I took off walking out here and walked a mile, I'd be a little out of breath. But I took off walking here and it's straight up and straight down, and I'm falling over rocks and through briars and thickets. It's a little different kind of walk. So just having the manpower to relieve somebody, you know, they've helped tremendously, along with all the other agencies.
You're not aware of the text that he supposedly sent that said he planned to kill a lot of people, at least try, and then kill himself?
I am aware of that. That's something that the sheriff, I asked you at the beginning, the sheriff would have to explain on that stuff. I'm here for the apprehension and the manhunt. But you can ask that question to the sheriff.
Yeah, I was just trying to see what you guys make of that, if you thought he was serious about that, what that tells you about state of mind. Can anybody address that part of it?
We are aware of that. But like I say, this is a continuing investigation, and that's been collected and handed over to proper authorities to go through phones and stuff. And really, right now, we can't elaborate a whole lot on the evidence that's been collected.
Can you tell us anything about if you've been to his home and collected anything from his computer, or if any of that gave you any kind of clue as to what his state of mind is, where he might be, or what his intentions might be?
I can tell you that we have been to the home and the evidence has been collected. I can't elaborate no further on that, sir.
Do you still believe he acted alone?
At this time, we have no reason to believe otherwise. Still being investigated. As the investigation continues, I'm sure new things will develop. But at this time, just
in terms of the tracking, have you guys been able to use dogs, and can you tell us what kind of help that's been to you, if that's provided anything that has been helpful at all?
Yes, sir. We have used several canine dogs, not only in our agency, but outside agencies. They came in and they have helped with this. And, you know, when it comes to a point in time, you know, we have people that want to volunteer. We've got to make sure that they're proper, make sure they're equipped, make sure that, you know, we just can't put somebody out there because I got a good bloodhound and they're climbing up the woods and they get hurt. You know, we got to put people that are trained for this and trained for this terrain. We don't want to make another tragedy out of something, so we have to make sure the right people come to assist us. You know, we'll take all the help we can get. It's just got to be the right help.
Speaking of help, can you talk about the reward essentially quadrupling since this began?
You know, we have Crime Stoppers in Laurel County that has donated quite a bit of funding for this, and we've had a lot of private donors. I think in maybe this community and surrounding communities that have donated money. Some want to stay anonymous, and that's their right. But we thank them because, you know, somebody might have a tip they just don't want to tell us, and maybe, you know, $25,000 will help them with that tip. And you know, if that tip is great, you know, Crime Stoppers will help them. And we've also had other Crime Stoppers like Bluegrass Crime Stoppers that has helped us spread the word. You know, because he might not be in our community. He might have got out of here. And you never know, somebody might see him somewhere in another town, and that's why we're investigating on other tips at other locations.
Have you guys gotten any credible tips that have assisted with either the search or investigation?
We've got a lot of tips that are still under investigation that we are looking into, and this stuff comes in fast. I mean, it's moving fast, and we have, you know, the ATF and Secret Service, and not the Secret Service, but U.S. Marshals and ATF. You know, they're using their computer software stuff and trying to figure out technology, where information is and stuff like that. So information is going so broad, so fast, and just collecting it all together to help this investigation. Where it leads to, you know, say he has got out of the woods, you know, like everybody wanted to know yesterday, has he got the car and drove off? You know, we want to find out if he made contact with somebody. And at this time, none of those have led anywhere.
In a previous press review, you had mentioned that you can't rule out if he has another weapon. Have you been able to figure out what, if any, weapons are registered in the state that he might have with him?
At this time, I do not know that if he has another weapon. You know, ATF has ran him to see if how many weapons he has purchased or has in his name, and we don't know. You know, he could have borrowed a weapon or found a weapon. You know, we don't know that. Right now, we know he committed a harsh, cruel act of violence, and we got to consider him armed and dangerous until we locate him.
Do you know, did he, the time between the time he sent the text and he actually went out, do you know what that timeline was? Did he have was this planned ahead, or was it just right off the cuff?
I will refer to the sheriff on that part.
You repeat that, sir?
I was just wondering, how much time between the time he sent the text and actually went out and did it? Was there any pre-planning, or was it the time he sent the text and the time that we went out?
We have that down to the minute, but I'm really not discuss that at this time. It's probably a continuing investigation.
Is there any indication he took provision with him or planned for a longer stay in the woods that you've been able to find so far?
We have received information that we have checked on. We really can't confirm that at this time. You know, there's several pieces that we have investigated, and we recovered a lot of things, a lot of different things that's perfect in the investigation. I keep reveal to you. That's about all I can tell you.
Do you think schools should continue to cancel as the manhunt continues?
I'm sorry.
Do you think schools should continue to cancel as the manhunt continues?
Well, you know, they chose to, and that's strictly, I've spoken to a lot of superintendents and personnel at the different schools, and they chose to do that just as a safety precaution. You know, we can't advise Scott said yesterday, we can't advise the superintendents on what action to take. That's solely up to them. A lot of businesses maybe, you know, they're doing outside drive-throughs only and locking doors. That's just a precaution. If anybody wants to take a precaution, that's really up to them.
I just come across anything, even activity, footprints, fire, anything like that at all?
Well, the first night of the shooting and the next day, we did locate items at the sheriff's department and them had collected. And some of those items it's part of the evidence, but it's also some of the reasons we're still remaining in the woods. Because we had nothing to say, hey, let's go outside the woods. Because we think that's where he's at. Due to some of that evidence, and I can't get into the evidence that was collected or found, but, you know, we're going to stay in there until we find him, until stuff takes us to another direction. And I believe the citizens, you know, if we just packed up the citizens of Lower River Road, Rockcastle County, they expect us to stay there as long as we can until we come to resolve to find, you know, Mr. Couch, or until we prove that he is no longer there. And, you know, that's why we do this job, is to protect the citizens.
Sir, is there anything new over the last 24 hours?
Well, ma'am?
Is there anything new that you have uncovered over the last 24 hours since your last press conference?
You know, in the investigation part of it, I can't answer to that. You know, the sheriff's department's done a great job. They're working with us and our partners. I think the technology that we've got that's been coming to us, and the use of the more helicopters, we're going over a more vast area and more drones coming there. You gotta look. You get a drone, oh, it's fancy. A drone only lasts about an hour or so in the woods, and when you're covering such a big area, and that battery don't last long, you have to bring it in and charge it. And just like a helicopter, you got to bring it in and get fuel in it. And at nighttime, it's not safe to have, you know, officers in the woods tromping around when they can't even see, you know, 5 feet in front of them. I've sent video out, you've seen, and that's probably a very minute video of really where they're going. I mean, that's, they didn't even have the pictures of the cliffs and the fall offs and stuff. So it's, we're in a short period, and especially with our helicopters, you know, if you know that area, if you drive through there in the morning, from about to about 10:30, there's fog. It's a real thick fog area, so us getting up in the air at certain times, you know, our time's crunched a little bit, but we're going to take all the help we can get. We're going to continue to try to locate Mr. Couch until something tells us we need to go a different direction. And I want to continue to thank you all. Y'all have asked great questions, and some of them, you know, we can't answer because it's part of the investigation, but some of them we can. And we want you to relay this stuff to the communities, and if I can answer anything else, I will. If not, we'll conclude this interview.
Do you have any estimation of how much ground you all have covered? You say it's this huge area. Do you know how much you've, I don't want to say cleared, but...
For our ground teams, you know, they're like snails. They're going very slowly to make sure they don't leave anything unturned. You know, it might be a tree that's knocked over and doesn't look right the way it's knocked over, or something, a piece of trash on the ground, or candy bar wrapper, anything like that. I mean, we have to collect those, and because that might be part of the evidence. The helicopter, now, they can get up.
Hold on. Hang on. Hang on.
We can, and we want you to relay this stuff to the communities. And if I can answer anything else, I will. If not, we'll conclude this interview.
Do you have any estimation of how much ground you all have covered? You say it's this huge area.
They can get up. It's not really got cold enough to start. The leaves start, you know, falling right now. So it's very green. It's like a jungle, like I said. It's pretty thick out there. So they do have some hard times looking down, but we've got several spotters up there that are constantly looking. Now they'll see every animal in the world, you know, running around. We're just waiting to see somebody else that don't look like an animal running around. And the FLIR system helps. I mean, it helps with the body heat at nighttime. So And that's another thing. A lot of people say, hey, you ain't got boots on the ground, or our boots are on the ground. Our troopers, trust me, our deputies, trust me, they're in the woods. They're wore out. You ought to see them when they come in, they're in the wet. They are on the ground walking through these jungles. And every imaginable terrain that you can think of. And you've seen it. You've seen the aerial. You've seen some of the walking. It's not an easy task. And they're doing that to make this community safer. And at night time, our helicopters are flying. They can FLIR. They're looking for heat sources. So if we see a heat source and that heat source moving slowly, if it's moving really, really fast, it's probably a deer or something like that. But if it's moving slowly, we're going to try their best to now start tracking that heat source and getting troopers and deputies to that area where they find that heat source.
How long do you plan on expending this much resources on this search? I mean, at some point, I'm sure it gets to be unsustainable.
Well, we'll keep going until we're told otherwise, until we can find Mr. Couch, or until something leads us in another direction. I want to thank you all, and we will come back tomorrow at 3. Hopefully there'll be some more new leads. Hopefully we'll have Mr. Couch detained. And thank you once again. And please share this information, get it out there, and maybe we bring some rest and calm to Laurel County, Rockcastle County soon. Thank you.
All right, so really not much new. Not much new today, guys. I'll let them walk off. What can I say? I don't know that we really heard anything new. There was one point at which he said that they found some stuff which made them think he is... Well, you know what he said? He said if he had left the woods, they thought they would have heard about it, gotten a tip about it or something. They seem pretty sure he's still in there. I wouldn't be surprised if they think he's not alive, but we certainly didn't get much from that. Let me, I'm going to take some of your comments. I want to show you a couple things. First of all, Trooper Scotty Pennington, who was just speaking, posted a video a little earlier today where he showed some of the landscape. So I want to just show you that real quick. I'm going to take some of your comments about the press conference. Al, let me put the scanner back on. Hold on. Scanner's on. Okay. Here is the video. What is going on here? Yeah, here is the video. Hold on a second here. Can I do this here? Oops, there it is. Here is this video that Scotty Pennington posted. Oops. Volume.
Unit comes in a Hillcrest nursing home, Mad Labs.
All right, so this is a video that Trooper Scotty Pennington posted of the search area, of some of the search areas, so you can see what it looks like there. Again, he is with Kentucky State Police, and he posted this.
LA 5111.
51.
In or out?
97 area, this is all. 1106 London myself, 37 will be 97 area as well.
Our viewer,
1524.
our viewer Wood said it gets even thicker than that. So, I mean,
Your run number is 8564, 8564, 1523, 25.
obviously, that's going to make searching more difficult. I'm going to play that again. Let me turn down the volume a little bit so I can read some comments here. Allie C says, "Whoa, that is difficult terrain." Kenneth Colton says, "Loud and crunchy." V Sale says, "And then imagine a cliff you don't see."
$11.06
I do not know if there's venom.
1106.
Airtight ski pole. I don't know if there's.
43, Slate Ridge, 43. I got a bike leaned up against the porch here and a female in the doorway.
I don't know if there are venomous snakes there in an airtight ski pole. And, you know, he could be lying under something. Progressive Dub thinks he is not alive. Yes, they are using dogs from various agencies. Diane Allworth says, "Sure can't sneak up on anyone there." Thank you to Living My Life and Forward for being a member. Thanks also to... hey, thanks so much to Vicky Healy. Thank you, Vicky Healy, Vicky, Dave, and Comet. Thank you. Also, Big Sky and Trident One. Thank you. And also, hey, Janet Burnett. That's very generous of you, Janet Burnett. Extremely nice of you, Janet. Thank you. The really appreciate your support. And the comment he made on this video was, no, he just posted the video. That was from the Kentucky State Police, but Scotty Pennington, he just posted the video. Just to give people a sense. What's this here? Oh, I got some photos too. He posted some photos as well. Hang on. So Scotty Pennington, all right, hang on. These are some photos.
19.
Give me a moment.
1528.
These are photos he posted. All right, let me get these up for you. Photos, the aircraft that KSP and law enforcement partners are using during the search. All right, I don't know exactly what that means, but let's look at some of these photos here. These are from Kentucky State Police. All right, let's see what are here. There's that one. Are there any more? I thought there'd be more. He said photos, plural. Why can I not? Why is there only one photo? I only see one photo. All right. Maybe it's just a photo of the helicopters. Anyways, but this gives you a sense of the kind of terrain we're talking about here.
We're in 98 here, just residents being there trying to locate these two.
That is the area where they're searching. Joe, our viewer Joe says he could be literally be under the lead. Sorry.
1530.
Our viewer Joe said he could literally be under the leaves with camo on. So that gives you a sense of what that's like. Let me also show you something about what was I going to say? The reward. The reward is now up to $25,000. Excuse me. Give me a moment here. I'll pull that up for you. So check this out. This is the reward. It's actually $25,000. The Crime Stoppers reward has increased to $15,000. There is also an additional $10,000 anonymous donation, totaling $25,000 for information leading to the capture or arrest of Joseph Couch. A quick thanks, by the way, to Sweetums for the gift memberships and for being a member. Thank you, Addie Chevris. Thank you so much, Addie. That's so nice of you. And Mark Ellis. Thank you, Mark, for your support. Also, Strange and Scary New England. And also Roy Lee Walker, who says, even if a dog was taking you in a straight line to him, you'd have to go around cliffs and around ledges. They have their work cut out for them. There have been no confirmed sightings of him. You know, it's possible that there has been a sighting and they just haven't said. I mean, they clearly have more information. They're not telling you everything they know. And they do think he is in the woods. Somebody asked if they thought he had provisions with him. And I think they said something like that they had some information or people had talked to them, but they're not going to get in. They're not going to reveal all the information they had. But it really does sound like they think he's in the woods. And to remind you, he did send a text that, by the way, according to this affidavit that the sheriff's office filed, they said that he sent text messages less than half an hour before the shooting that he was going to try to kill a lot of people and also that he was going to kill himself after. According to AP, the text messages said, I'm going to kill a lot of people, well, try at least, and also I'll kill myself afterwards, less than half hour before the shooting. Canadian Tennis Pro says it's like looking through a needle in a haystack. For a needle in a haystack. John Durham says the day of the shooting, people were seeing him everywhere. Well, sometimes what happens is people will see someone who might look sort of like him and call it in. So there were a lot of calls about it the first day, but I don't believe any of those were validated, as far as I'm aware. Sabin Nation said Cavalcante, the escaped prisoner last year, who escaped for 13 days, said law enforcement were as close as 75 feet for him at times. The scanner is on, by the way. Sweetums think he has taken his own life. I certainly would take those text. By the way, they clearly do not want to discuss the text messages. They were asked repeatedly about the text messages today, the ones that said, "I'm going to kill a lot of people. We'll try at least, and I'll kill myself afterwards." They did not want to discuss that, obviously. So they're aware of it. They know. For whatever reason, they don't want to get into it. Strange Reverend thinks he's alive and that he could take his own life when he's about to get caught. Our viewer, one of our viewers says maybe there were text messages after that they don't want to release. Possible. Maybe there are other text messages. They don't have to put everything they know in the document that this information is coming from is this. I believe it is an application for an arrest warrant. You don't have to put everything you know in an application for an arrest warrant. I think you have to put enough to convince a judge that there was probable cause that the person committed a crime. So, yeah, they could have a bunch of other information. Again, it's a $25,000 reward. It's 15. This poster really should say something about the extra 10,000. I mean, maybe but because it's a total of 25,000, or they should make a new graphic or something. It's a little confusing because people will see the poster and not see the thing up here. Let me pull up some other things here for you. Hang on a second here. Give you some more information. In terms of flight radar, I'm not seeing anything on the flight radar at the moment. Flight radar 24 in the area. I know they're using drones, and those are not going to show up on this. Here is a map here. Cherry Sour says they could even lie to throw off the suspect. I'm going to check for some additional updates here. Just give me one moment. Let me check a couple things. Thanks. This is interesting. The Courier Journal, the Louisville, which I think is a Louisville newspaper, the Courier Journal, they say that that forest has been challenging for search teams in the past, and they say that.
Go ahead.
Hang on, Travis.
1538.
They say that in past years, there have been Sorry. The Courier Journal says in past years there have been hikers who've gone missing in the forest and then were found dead by search teams. They said a person was found after 12 days. After 12 days in July, after they went missing in the forest.
Go ahead and have that corner coming down.
A few counties over. Malmo Chagras says it's basically jungle out there.
11061. Drove down here where you can. Units 98 office for now. 1530.
Just looking for some updates here. Hang on a moment. One of our viewers suggested that maybe it'll never be resolved. Maybe they'll never find him. I mean, I don't know how, even if he's still in there somewhere, how far away did he go? Wessie's Corner Emporium thinks that his car did not suggest he was an outdoorsman. Well, he was in the Army Reserve, I believe it was for. He was in the Army Reserve, I believe, for 6 years, and was a combat engineer. So he might have some training from that that's relevant. We'll look at his car in a second. I'll show the picture of that again. Yeah, he was in the Army Reserve for 6 years as a combat engineer. Our viewer D Cipher thinks they will never find him. Onslaught MP says maybe they could find a skeleton in a small cave 10 years from now. Thank you, Sweetums, for the support, by the way. I appreciate it, Sweetums. I have not seen helicopter activity since we've been on the air. Hunter Lumen thinks he is not alive. I will ask, I'll do a poll question where I ask you guys. Whether you think he is still alive. I'm going to ask the chat right now and see what you guys say.
No, yeah, you geo anything on the side of the road. 1543.
Okay, over there on YouTube, our YouTube viewers say 53% think he is still alive. 47% say no on YouTube. And on Twitch, it's not that much different. Even with him having sent a text shortly before the shooting saying he was going to kill himself after trying to kill a lot of people, more than half of you think he is still alive. Fry Matt thinks if he is not alive, then he's not there because dogs would have found him. The Kentucky State Police representative did say today in the press conference that if he is dead, they might start to see like buzzards. That's what he said. Crystal says he could just have said that. He could have left the state. But if you think about it, if they're searching everywhere around here, once you start getting a bigger search area, as that search area expands, it gets enormous. Because if you have to go like a mile in every single direction through all that woods. I'm just zooming in here, but it's it's very dense. Brian Smith says, why abandon your car if you are going to just leave the state? He abandoned his car, the rifle used to do the shooting, and also his cell phone, at least one of the cell phones. His cell phone they think they found, unless he had another one, without a battery in it. Battery had been taken out. Hey, so I'm going to end the poll, but Twitch now thinks more people think he's not alive than is alive. But it's around half and half on both platforms. You know, one of our viewers said yesterday they were wondering if maybe he had gone into this. There's a lake, I think, near there. Oh, actually, there's a river, too. So you can see there's a river up here, I think. Yeah, there's a Rock Castle River. I never even saw it before. There's a river up here. That river is actually only about a mile from here is a river, the Rock Castle River, from where the exit is, where the shooting happened, and then down here there's a lake, in the other direction, about a mile away. So there's water in either direction. And that is something the authorities did talk about that today, where I think they're using people from Fish and Wildlife Services to look at these areas. But, you know, as the viewer was mentioning, Brian Laundrie, when he was found, he had killed himself in a body of water. And I believe they found him in the water. So that's a whole other thing. Oh, in the press conference they said they had technology they can use maybe to search the water. Kentucky Chicken Man said a helicopter from KSP just took off from Frankfurt. Maybe it'll start searching. We'll have to see. You mean this one right here? Yeah, that's a Kentucky State Police helicopter. That could be, that one we've seen before searching in the area. So that could be going down there to do some more searching. That's on Flight Radar 24. By the way, tonight we're going to have a pre-show and a post-show for the debate. I'm not allowed to use the ABC debate footage tonight. So we're gonna do a pre-show, and then while the debate's on the air, I'll just leave the stream going so people can chat. And then after the debate, I'll come back on the air and we'll talk about it. So we'll have debate coverage, but I can't show the actual debate tonight. I wish I could, but it's not up to me. It's not my footage. Thanks, by the way, to our subscribers over there on Twitch, like Old Man Yells at Clouds, Trav Rake, Lil Beezy, LV Beezy, I'm sorry, Citizens07, Holistic, Wall Street Shaggy, Susan CHF04, Relila, Evil Kuja, the debate is at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern Time is when the debate is. Number 6, our viewer, thinks no movement means he is not alive. People are suggesting other sources of the video. It doesn't work that way. ABC is the one producing the debate. So I can't go to somebody else and say, can I use your footage? Because ultimately it's ABC footage. So I need to get ABC approval. I want to also, somebody had mentioned his car. So I wanted to just show the picture of the car again.
Bastard, blue shirt, blue jeans, walking in the middle of the room.
Here's the car.
Thankful. Where's Dollar General?
That's from Laurel County Sheriff's Office.
One
There's,
on East 80.
that's his car.
Thankful.
Yeah, the police said there was no flat tire V-sale. Maybe some people thought that's a flat tire. I don't know. The police said the car did not have a flat tire. Oh, so I see what you're looking at. So what I see now. So that looks like it's flat here, but I mean, I don't know. That could have happened after. So I don't know when this happened. Yeah, see that tire right there? They were asked about it in like 2 days ago and said they didn't know anything about it. So, I mean, I don't know what the deal with this tire is. Could have happened before, could have happened after, could have happened during transport. I don't know. Maybe one of the shots hit the tire. I don't know. Maybe he knifed his own tire. I can't tell you. Certainly looks like it's flat in that shot. I don't know if you guys can see it in the picture there, but Mr. Showtime thinks tow truck dragged it. Anyways. Hang on one moment here. Hang on a moment here. That car is a Toyota. A Toyota. I always pronounce Toyota wrong. It's Toyota, I believe. Or Toyota. I looked it up. English. Wikipedia says it is. Literally looking it up on Wikipedia. Toyota. Toyota. T-O-Y. Toyota. Some of the viewers knew what the model number was. I don't know if it's like a CH4 or something. Hey, where is the flight radar? There is a Kentucky State Police helicopter. We've seen this one in the area before. This N-10 SP that's flying towards the area right now. I mean, the shooting happened like in this area here, but you can see the helicopter flying there. CHR, somebody said. CHR, some of our viewers said. You can look it up if you want. Thanks, by the way, to Real Change and Evil Kuja for your support on Twitch. And let's also thank our moderators who are here. We have Danny James. Thanks, Danny. Linda Belk and Larry on X over there on Twitch. Sarah and Surly Dev. And on Facebook, one moment here. Kay Lowry Body, Raven Lynn, Christina Neal, Ronald Egnor, and others. Beth Shepard, thank you. It's kind of frustrating at this point because, you know, what can you do? But, you know, we're not getting a lot of new information about him. And there's not a lot of new information about the investigation, you know? So it's just kind of like wait and see what happens.
I called some shots fired in the area of and 563 Highway 490, the female homeowner's concerned. Says here about 6 gunshots go off. Requesting units at ATM.
Shots fired report. Those happen on the scanner once in a while. 10563 Highway 490, I think he said. You know, these things do happen in the area. So we've heard a lot of shooting reports while we've been on the air. Now this is right here. That's a pretty remote area. Maybe somebody's hunting. 10563 KY 490 is where they said they heard a report of gunshots here. That is, in terms of where the actual shooting was, that is up here. So that's it's a little ways away. That's about 5.5 miles from where the shooting was. You know, going through here. So somebody heard some shots around here.
961.
Eric Johnson says might be hunters. I'll show you what it looks like over there. I mean, that's what it looks like. There's a house there, but, you know, look at this.
Checking interviews from witnesses.
You know, some of these areas are really hilly too, like this. One of our viewers is wondering if you're allowed to use guns in the area to hunt at this time. That I don't know. Oh, is this the house here? That's one of the houses. 10563. 10545. So somebody in this area heard shots. About 6 shots, they said. Now there are other people who live here. I mean, there are in the area other there's a house here, house here. I mean, there could be somebody shooting at their house that the person heard, right? It's interesting. Once you get up here, there are a bunch of houses around, so I don't know. What can I say? They're checking it out. Thank you to Sher Jesslyn from Canada for your support, and thanks for shouting out the mods. Colleen Typon says the echo could be miles away from where shots are fired. Spicy Pineapple says it's only crossbow and archery at early hunting season. OP4 says shots echo off the hills. One of our viewers, Bruce Oyster Culp, says only special permits to hunt in a national park. They aren't going to be hunting in that park right now. Do you mean which park is it? Is this part of this park? I don't even know which park this is up here. The helicopter keeps going.
London tonight. 728 London tonight. 104728. London 1157.
Some of our viewers know about the different hunting seasons. Debbie's Home Place says we're very gun friendly here in Kentucky. We can open carry and conceal without a permit.
Already 2 on the same room. On the same day. 355 on B. 355, go ahead, sir. 10-4, 10-10, 10-6, FOT. 10, so.
Yeah, so,
Let
you know,
us there and go in. My mind, yeah, it's been updated.
I was reading about Danilo Cavalcanti, who was this prisoner who escaped last year from Pennsylvania prison, and he escaped for 13 days. One of our viewers had mentioned this, and I forgot. I was thinking that the officers were really close to him. And the Wikipedia article about Danilo Cavalcanti says that he was interviewed by police just after his capture, where he revealed that he survived off of watermelon and creek water, only traveled at night, and even was almost stepped on by a police officer at one point while hiding. He was almost stepped on. So he escaped for 13 days. But again, I don't know what the deal is with Joseph Couch, if he's alive or dead, and where he is if he's alive. You know, it's the 4th day, so he'd need to be getting some food and water, you know, if he's out there in the woods, unless he brought a bunch with him. This helicopter is approaching, getting closer to the area where the shooting happened. The shooting happened down here. Adventures of Grey Wolf says he could have either easily cached food and water in advance. Audacity says he could have stashed supplies. Discerning Light says Cavalcanti was entering people's homes. I think you're right about that. I don't remember exactly. I remember with Cavalcanti, what happened is at night, there was a. Actually, it says it in the Wikipedia article. 1 a.m. Last year on September 13th, a DEA plane with thermal imaging technology spotted him in the woods. And then they finally discovered him about 7 hours later. But that's what. So I bet that helicopter is still there, but it's not on radar for the moment. That's what happened with him last year. Is again a plane that had heat detection saw him. I remember we heard it on the scanner when they picked it up, and then they started searching in that area. They flooded the area. But this was last year. That's the prisoner last year. We're not talking about this suspect. Guys, here is that. It's still on AirNav radar box. Here is the. That state police helicopter. You can see it on AirNav radar box there. He lives about 20 miles away to the south of where the shooting was, the suspect. Did I thank PZ Papa Zulu yet? Thanks, PZ Papa Zulu. Gwen says it's still on ADSB exchange. Is this still moving here, or is it frozen? They might have lost it. It's not really moving there. It's with these helicopters in the area. This area is kind of tough for flight tracking. They pop on and pop off of the tracker, and that's pretty common in this area. It is on ADSB Exchange. I don't have permission to show ADSB Exchange. If I get it, I'll start showing it. I don't have permission for them right now. So it's, yeah, this, it looks like they might have lost the tracking too, because it's actually ADSB Exchange has it like here. So probably pop back up at some point. On, oh, is it? No, on Flight Radar 24. Snow White says, this morning on the scanner they were talking to the helicopter and it wasn't on the radar anywhere. I thought maybe last night they were onto something because they spent hours last night, helicopters, searching this small area. Relatively small area. But near where the shooting was. Beasta thinks he is not alive and in a cave.
EMS Station 2, you get from 10-8, 1 Shackle Road, male subject passed out.
I just wanted to remind you, because I'm still getting questions about the debate, follow Agenda Free TV on X, because I always post updated scheduling information there. So earlier today I posted there, unfortunately ABC will not let us use their debate footage tonight, but we will have a debate pre-show and post-show.
Myself, 14 will be male walking here on 490, just south of Hensley Road. 69. Wait for social here. Good. 4037 4158 4158 4158. Says his name is Buddy Allen.
Oh, here's that video with the brush.
Can you repeat that? Four 3737 4158 4158 4158. Says his name is Allen.
Oh, so what's happening? Our viewer pointed out. Our viewer pointed something out. There is a helicopter already down here. So this is a different. This helicopter is circling. There's been 2 helicopters searching near this area. Same thing as last night. So this helicopter is circling here. N421SP and N10SP have been searching last night too. So I don't know if the N10SP is coming to relieve this one or what, because there's another one up here. Oh, sorry, somewhere.
Vehicles, a blue car on the right on top of the hill at the first entrance. Supposed to be sitting next to a train that's been burned. Go ahead. Supposedly there was a female inside this vehicle at some point in time this morning. Correct.
1607 and 1610.
I don't know if this helicopter is going to relieve this one, but these 2 helicopters were in the area yesterday searching. Just so people know. This one's actually circling, but you can't really see it on this tracker. This is a radar box, air nav radar box.
33 Boardwalk Circle, caller advisor. Nobody should be at this residence. No one lives there. She thinks it's all his inside. She's not seeing anybody. Just
That
saw
one
the door open and the curtains moving.
Okay, well, I'm right here at 30. I'll be right to that first.
1610.
Robert says, wonder how long before they suspend the search. Well, they stop it every night when it's dark, but the on the ground searching. But
498 with this guy. I'll be packing around at 490 here.
I don't think they're going to sit out there for three months. I don't think they're going to sit out there for 3 months like this every day. You know, so there'll be a point if they don't find him eventually where they're like, well, we can't expend this much resources. Anyways, those helicopters are still there. It's just you can't TFC them on this tracker. But there's 2 helicopters, the same ones that were there last night, are in the area right now. It's just that area is tough for tracking them. Oh, this is a video. We showed you this before, but it says, this video depicts the dense area law enforcement encountered during the search from Kentucky State Police.
Dispatch, do you want to call?
Give you a sense of what they're looking through. Aaron Chapman thinks he's in a different state. Sharon K thinks he left his car and rifle to throw them off and had another ride.
On another right boardwalk.
The reward has gone up. I have an update for you. I have an update for you. News update.
859 signal.
The Lexington Herald-Leader reports that the reward is now $35,000. News update. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports the reward is now $35,000. It has gone up. How about that? I'll try to get you some more information on that. Hang on a second. The Lexington Herald-Leader says that the $15,000 from Crime Stoppers, the $10,000 from an anonymous donor, also $10,000 from the United Way of Laurel County. Oh, I think I have the announcement right here. Yeah, I had missed this before. Laurel County had posted this a couple hours ago. Look at this, guys. Here it is. I'm going to show it to you right now. Now what's happening with this thing? Hang on. One moment, please. $35,000. You can see it right there. I'll read it in a second.
Control subject 182, Crooked Pine Road, East Burnset. Caller advised she was on the phone with her parents and her brother, a person who goes by Robbie, at the residence. Ringing at the parents while public service, she heard him make a few homicidal statements. She couldn't make out exactly what he said. His phone was breaking up. Unknown weapons.
The reward has now increased to a total of $35,000.
Slight Ridge. Or Pittsburgh.
It's off all hair.
For information leading to the arrest of
476.
Joseph Couch.
10-4, still first. 10-4, I want to see.
They say unnamed source, but then at the bottom they say who it is. It's United Way of London. Right. Sorry, United Way of London, Kentucky is donating $10,000. So that's way up from yesterday.
1618.
Oh, I did not say. I never said they confirmed somebody in the woods last night via heat signature. I was talking about. No, I never said that. I was talking about last year, them finding the prisoner Danilo Cavalcanti by seeing him in the forest.
Control 6 dispatch for the caller. 10-4, just get an 88. I'm going 97 right now, 31, clear up this residence. 10-4, 6-10-12.
Anyways, that it's not dead or alive because it says leading to an arrest. Information leading to an arrest.
That'll be 10-10, on call.
1619.
Number 49. We got.
10-4, received a complaint. A suspicious subject on the side of the road. White vehicle, 52 northbound. White car on the side of the roadway. Call received. It looks like the suspect.
Where was that at? They just said somebody saying they thought somebody who looked like the suspect. Sorry, hold on. Give me a moment here, guys. Just getting organized here.
$11.78 and 10. He's up there from the 49.
416.
One, you did say northbound, didn't you?
Northbound.
Hold on 1 second here.
Unit 98, what was your unit number?
97298.
10-4-1098.
Surface residence information. Two 416 20. 26 on 98. 1623. LA 4111. Radio check. 10-2. Somebody ran a white car.
That's for a white car on the northbound side of the 52.
Sure.
Let's see here. Yes, as DG says, they said they have to be careful with dogs because the dogs can get hurt in this terrain. That is true. Oh, let me go back for a second. Did anybody catch what the address was? They said that somebody, I think, saw a car and they thought somebody in the car looked like the suspect, if I have that right. By the way, there's 2 helicopters currently searching in the area. There are 2 helicopters currently searching in the area, just so you know.
57.
One on either side of the freeway. According to ADSB Exchange. Some people said at the 52-mile marker is where a white car is. Somebody saw a looky-like at the 52-mile marker. Several of our viewers say the 49-mile marker is where the shooting happened. So exit 49. So some people said that about 3 miles away. Is that what they said on the scanner? That somebody said they saw somebody who they thought looked like him. You know, there's been these kind of reports have been coming in since the shooting.
1106. 1106. Was on the phone down here a little from him. I was made up cars across the bridge. That guy phone down here. You tell anything so far. Yeah. You got anybody in right for that deal on off of Old Hair?
Oh, hold on. So people are saying northbound 52, not 52-mile marker.
1113.
I'll have to.
Are you talking about the white car?
White car.
I can't advise. Just that it was on the side of the roadway. That's the only information I have.
White car on the side of the roadway. Let me go back and listen to where that was from.
Let me go ahead.
Visual leave 316 Robinson Creek Road, Lily. Caller advised his son's there, Joshua Hampton, 30-year-old male, refusing to leave. Just failing his MI, schizophrenia, unknown weapons. And they're also requesting you make him leave to trespass in front of the property.
Does anyone know what was the time on my clock? What was the time on my clock when that report was announced about the white car? That'll help me find it.
We couldn't copy.
11:06. I was requesting any information on whether it was or if he's just refusing to leave.
Oh, I got one of the. Hey, I got the helicopters. I got the 2 helicopters on the flight radar. Look, there's one of them, and there's the other one. Oh no, that's not. That's just one. That's a different one. That's a medical one. That's one of the helicopters right there, searching right there. Although I believe it's circling. It's actually, according to ADSB Exchange, it's circling. But just so you know, that is one of the helicopters. 424 or 425. People are saying.
I'm passing the 490 and 25 intersection. I'm heading this out of control. I'll be in route with here just in a second. I'm back out with the caller and I'll be giving it a gate.
I'm just going to try to find that white car announcement. Hold on, I got to pull it up here.
UTL on that car. 10-4.
Because the dog. Oh, let me go back for a second. Did anybody catch what the address was? They said.
51 on them. What was your unit number?
51.
En route.
Dispatch 1627 route 1628, route number 8566 8566
Good.
I've checked off with the on the UTL. What would you call? 312, Brooks Branch.
4, go ahead.
American 1982, 1982.
Learn that you were UTL.
I'm UTL. Getting that your break. Go ahead.
Off. That's 6, you're extremely 10-1. Are you en route to Kirby Pond?
I can't find the original post about the original announcement about the car.
What was your unit number? 98.
People said the time was 4:24 or 4:25 when it was announced. Are you sure?
10-4 to 98. Unit number.
I can't find it.
North.
Is that it? Hold on.
Northbound, didn't you?
Here it is. I got it. Somewhere here. Organized here.
Northbound.
Oh, it was earlier than it was like 4:21 or something like that. Where was that? Here it is. I think.
We're 49. We got.
10-4, received a complaint. A suspicious subject on the side of the road. White vehicle, 52 northbound. White car on the side of the roadway. Call received. It looks like the suspect.
Where was that? Yeah, so They said 52 northbound. One of our viewers said they thought that was the 52-mile marker of the 75. I don't know. But
1106.
that's what they said.
You copy this radio now.
George Tinscher thinks it's definitely the 52-mile marker.
I went all through the area there. I was UT-only thing. Spoke to your callers. Good. I want you to make a notation on the CAD for that address. Email there stated that she was family to the shooter, Greg.
What?
Good. Supposedly an aunt. She said she's pretty sure he does not know where she lives or that she lives there. So please put a notation on the in the CAD for that address to flag it so that if anybody else has got to go back up there, they'll at least have that information. I'm 98 Route 26. 10-4-1632.
Sounds like
376 long.
they talked to somebody who was a family member of the shooter.
376 going.
That'll be 1015 here, Moss LPD. You can been right over to the jail.
She wanted to let police know she lives there.
I'm on 97 on Crooked Pine.
Laurel County. Domestic 872 Sally's Branch Road. Caller advised her granddaughter's boyfriend, a Timothy subject of residence. Dress from the granddaughter, Kelly Total. She's not sure if it's verbal or physical at this time on the weapons.
10-4. I'll continue on here to 26 till we figure out what he's got.
1632.
31 more than I'm getting out with 26.
1632.
Give me 1 second here. Maybe I'll replay that thing about the family member.
What number you ET on your car there? 52. 2. Go ahead. 416, I've got traffic on Green Pond Ridge at Despetanza. Caller is advised on his security camera. About 15:30 hours. They picked up an individual, mentioned a description of the suspect. He's one contacted.
Somebody said they have a security camera and they thought they picked up somebody with the description of the suspect.
Me too. 154. One 22 861. Oh, 376 122. I just left. They was in the PD. There's not much service in there as far as radio contact. 10-4. You have any idea where they're at on search warrant, or are they getting a search warrant on the vehicle, or can you advise me? They're typing it right now, and they are getting one for the vehicle and the buildings. 10-4.
I'm going to go back and play the thing about the family member. It sounded like a thing about a family member. It sounded like a thing about a family. I got to find it. What was it, like 4 minutes ago or something? I got to figure out where it was.
No, you got him down here. Cool. $1632. There's like supposedly an aunt. She said she's pretty
Here,
shooter.
right here.
On the cat there, oh, she killing anything.
Sure. That's what they said.
You copy this radio now.
This is a replay. It was George Tincher thinks it's definitely the 52-mile marker.
I went all through the area there. I was killing anything. Spoke to your callers. Good. I want you to make a notation on the cat for that address. Email there stated that she was family to the shooter, Greg.
What?
Good. Supposedly an aunt. She said she's pretty sure he does not know where she lives or that she lives there. So please put a notation on that. Indicate for that address to flag it so that if anybody else has got to go back up there, they'll at least have that information. I'm 98 Route 26.
Anyways, it sounded like maybe that's somebody who's family of the shooting suspect. I don't know if it's the same shooter they're talking about, but it sounded like somebody was letting law enforcement know that they lived somewhere. That's true. Think and Repent said that we had heard reports.
We're on scene.
We had heard a report on the scanner the day of the shooting that he said he wanted to kill his entire family.
376.
That's unconfirmed, but
97, Wayne County Jail.
it is. We're going to go a little while longer here. And tonight we're going to have a pre-show and post-show for the debate. The debate is at 9. I don't have the rights to show the debate footage. So we'll do a pre-show and post-show. Also, obviously, at any time, if there's some big break in this search, if we hear about like some new thing happening and some new press conference, we'll certainly come on the air and cover it. If you missed it, we were on the air today for the press conference. Really not much new, but they took a bunch of questions. So if you missed that, you can rewind and go back and watch it on the stream. Give me 1 second here.
720 Atlanta. Good. I'm 97 here. Does she have any type of vehicle description or anything? Thanks. Just send it on her cam. And say it never come back out. Cancel. 416 loan. Go ahead. Do you know if this caller was at this location? Can't get hold of him on the phone. That's 10-4. He's at that location there on Green Pond Ridge. 10-4, I'll head out there. 10-4, 416.
Troy Strawmel, our viewer, thinks the person is no longer alive. Phil Easler, our viewer, thinks that the suspect is no longer alive. Joko also thinks that. Yeah, it's hard now because, as I mentioned, there's only like one update a day from the police, and the last 2 days those updates really haven't had much, and then we're really not hearing more news coming out about the suspect or anything, you know. So very little actually coming out at this point, other than the fact that they're searching. GSP Marine thinks if he's alive, if he's not alive, he's alive, or they would have found him already. GSP Marine thinks if he's not alive, they would have found him already. There is a helicopter circling the area on ADSB Exchange, by the way. Let me just see if I can get you any more updates here. Thanks to Real Change for your support on Twitch. Ian Burns thinks with the thermal on the helicopter, they would have definitely found him. What, if he is dead? Or if he's alive? Our viewer Heiser Flip thinks if he got pretty far in the woods, it's a needle in a haystack scenario, could take quite some time. This is Laurel County, Kentucky, more southern Kentucky. I think southeast Kentucky.
Yeah, south Hickory Road. So was it his son? Was a friend got mad at the caller about it. He came home and his son's friend had pulled the porch down and he grabbed the window open and the door. He not sure what all he stepped from the house. First an officer make a report. Then just put it on the head one and we'll get to it here in a minute.
Southeastern Kentucky is where this is.
Yeah, straight up to the Signal 6 dispatch and take care of a call of the fire. Taking 88 on it. 106.
Brian Parks thinks he is still alive,
Drive of 323 Woodson School Road.
but will go out in a blaze of
98
glory.
Toyota Tacoma, green in color. No record stolen.
Robert Powell says, wonder if he had access to an off-road vehicle.
Painful.
How long are they going to keep looking for him?
Trail down here.
Somebody asked about that in the press conference. It's if this goes on for like a week or something more, there's going to be more questions. I mean, obviously they're not going to look indefinitely. They're not going to have this amount of resources for like a year. So there will come a point in time if they don't find him that they'll say that. But it's still, I mean, it's only the 4th day. So, you know, I wouldn't assume they're not going to find him.
52 London.
Good.
En route, St.
1646.
Pursuit to officer's post. 10-4.
LA 5111.
I'd be careful too. There's like, I've seen like a photo and a video floating around online claiming to be spottings of him. None of that has been confirmed. So be careful with that stuff. Space Date, our viewer, says Eric Rudolph survived and evaded the FBI for 5 years in the Appalachians and NC. The caves provide cover. That's what Space Date says. I don't know the specifics of Eric Rudolph hiding, but thank you, Space Date. Wikipedia says for 5 years he was listed as one of the 10 most wanted fugitives until he was caught in 2003. Yes, he spent more than 5 years in the Appalachian wilderness as a fugitive. That is from Wikipedia. Ravenslayer says, as a former member of a search and rescue team in Virginia, I'm willing to bet the suspect will be found just a few feet off a trail somewhere. My experience tells me he, like any animal, took the easiest route in a hurry away from the scene, and if he committed suicide, he would be near that route. HomeAwares thinks they might be able to tell, like, if there's stuff in the forest that's been disturbed. You know, I'm guessing they have people who are good at that stuff. Can see paths where people walk through or something. Thanks, HomeAwares. Black Irish thinks he has already taken his own life, which he threatened to do prior to the shooting, which is true. He did threaten that shortly before the shooting. He said he was going to take his own life before the shooting in a text message. Or perhaps he has broken into a home and taken hostages I feel like maybe we would have heard about that by now. Maybe he broke into an empty home. I'm not sure. He might know of a home with an elderly couple, says Black Irish. Our viewer, Teresa Church, mentioned that the governor posted that. I am in touch with local leaders and receive regular reports on the manhunt in Laurel County, multiple agencies, Kentucky State Police, Kentucky KYEM. I don't think it's Lacey Irwin. I think it's meant to be emergency management or something. And Kentucky Guard are assisting. Kentucky National Guard are assisting. It's a scary time and law enforcement are working quickly while prioritizing safety, says the governor. Thanks, Teresa, for mentioning me about that. Truth and Reason says he is still on the run. Wow. All right, guys, here's what I'm going to do. So I got to do some things, including eat, before we do our debate coverage tonight. I'm going to come on before the debate, and I'm going to do a pre-show and then do a post-show, okay?
98 out here. I'll be out to Robinson Creek.
So that's the plan for tonight, is to do a debate pre-show and post-show. So I'm gonna wrap up this stream. But look, if there's tonight some big development and they're like, oh, we have a big announcement to make, I'll come back on and cover it, okay? I will do that. So, but I want to just take some time before the stream I have to do with the debate coverage, okay? So if you missed it, we covered the press conference that happened about 2 hours ago, and you can rewind and you can watch that, okay? Yeah, I'm on the listen for like things happening here.
Coming towards you.
There's people messaging me when they hear stuff on the scanner, which I really appreciate. You can message me at Lookner on X.
The other brother.
So, but let me do that. So what time will I come on the air? Either 8 or earlier, because the debate's at 9. I got to see what I might have some like access to like pre-debate footage or something like that. Yeah, maybe like 7:45 or something. I don't have access to the actual debate, but I'm going to do a pre-show. So I'm going to try to get on at least an hour before, but maybe more. I got to get going and eat before and everything, and get it all prepared. So I'll keep looking at this, and we'll keep updates going. And if there's some big news, I'll definitely come on the air and update you. So I appreciate you tuning in, and also thanks for sending me messages and updates. And we will keep covering this as well as other stories. Let's see. So this is Agenda Free TV. We cover all kinds of live breaking news without an agenda. So subscribe and follow to Agenda Free TV. And
1498. This male subject, he's got MI issues, schizophrenic, but he was not near them. We advised him. He said he didn't want to harm himself or anyone else. So he just wanted to get away and go cool off in the woods. Everything's staying coordinated.
Follow me on X at Lookner. I will post updates on my X account, which is at Lookner, so follow me over there. Also, turn notifications on. We have a notification system set up so that you can get a notification whenever I go live, because I don't know when big breaking news is going to happen. So it's free. You click on the link, you sign up. We do it through Discord. The mods will post the link to sign up for the notifications in the chat right now. You can find it in the video description for this broadcast on Facebook and YouTube as well. And I also always post before we go live at Agenda Free TV on X. That's another way to find out when I'm going on the air. I already posted about the debate like 2 hours ago on that. So if you want updates about programming, at Agenda Free TV on X. Follow there.
Yeah. Male's 98. Before I got here, he left to cool down. Apparently, everything was verbal, nothing physical. She doesn't require any crack work, EPO, nothing. I'll be 98 for now.
1656.
Also, excuse me. Big thanks to our mods for being here. I really appreciate our moderators. Thank you so much. I know we've had Danny James and others over there on YouTube today, and Linda Belk and Larry on X, and on Twitch. Hold on a second. I'm all messed up now. On Facebook, Margaret Riley, Kay Lowry Body, and Christina Neal, Beth Shepard, all of our other moderators, thank you, Ronald Egnor. And over there on Facebook, over there on Twitch, on Twitch, thank you so much. LB Prairie Dawn, Sarah, Surly, Def, Chariag, and all of our other moderators. Big thanks to our moderators. We couldn't have the chat rooms without them. Thank you, moderators. And thanks to everybody who donated. That's super nice of you guys. I really appreciate that. Your support is what allows this channel to exist. So big thanks to you for donating. If you ever want to donate to the channel, you can go to agendafree.tv, agendafree.tv. And also, so yeah, we will have pre and post debate coverage tonight. And while the debate is on, I can't show it, but I'm going to leave the broadcast up so you can chat in our chat room during the debate. Okay? So we'll have that up a little later. I'll probably come on the air around 7:45 p.m. or something to talk about the debate. Sorry I can't show the actual debate, but it's not up to me. It's not my choice. Let's see here. And we'll do post coverage as well where we can talk about it. What else was I going to mention here? At the same, if you're interested, we have a chat where you can chat with other viewers when we're not off the air. When we're off the air, you can chat with other viewers on our Discord chat. Check that out. It's the same link as the notifications link, the Discord chat. And thanks to our Discord mods, too, for all of your help. Much appreciated. Hey, and if you watch on YouTube, be sure to turn the notifications on there. For YouTube, if you watch there and you subscribe, you got to click this bell and choose all notifications. Click the notifications bell on YouTube after you subscribe and choose all so you get the YouTube notifications. Okay, let me thank our Twitch subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing over there. People like Wall Street and Shaggy and Blue Mike Lit. Oh no, Blue Mike, I'm timing you out. That's the second time the second time your terrible name I've read by accident, even though it doesn't really make sense. That's the second. Blue Mike, you got to change your name. I'm timing you out. That's twice. You subscribe, you support the channel, but I can't handle the name anymore. It already happened once with you. Enough of you. You got to change your name. Don't make me remove you from the channel. Come on. Create a different account to watch this channel. Thanks also for subscribing to the more mature subscribers. To the more mature subscribers with more mature names like Yard05, Allistic, Spirit of the Shadows, Tegrity Farmer Bob, Wall Street Shaggy, Annie Cush, Travrake, Relila, Sarah, Ascertainment, Nancy Elizabeth. Thanks to all of our Twitch subscribers, except for one. Flaps15, Beautiful Profanity. Thank you for subscribing. Jack's Animals. Also, our Facebook subscribers. Thank you, Margaret Riley, Eve Richards, Lou Green, Duster Singer, Kristen McConnell Gates, Billy Joe Drage.
1126 on him. I'm not going to get a caller. Advise them. I'll go to Rob Shop's office in the morning. Right.
Diane Allworth, thanks for subscribing. All of our Facebook subscribers, thank you. And our YouTube members, like Jesse's Girl, J.K. Sinar, The Fish Keeper, PZ Papazulu, Eric Johnson, Van Gambler, Joe B. Turntoff, Mama of Six, Marcel Kern, Wickedest Witch, thanks to our YouTube, more of our YouTube members. Clee Tom 24, Rhinoplast, Mars, Lucky Minute, Mama of Six, Roger Shoemaker, Amnesia, Eddie M, Dean R, Rocket Queen, J.K. Sinar, Alice Corvin, and all of our other YouTube members, thank you, and all of our other viewers. Thank you. Mr. Big Mouth, Audrey Burbank, Robert Kennedy, Tracy Hardy, and all of our other viewers. All right, so I'm going to stop this stream. I'm going to eat something. I'm going to come back on this evening. We're going to do pre and post debate coverage. I'll probably start around 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And if there's big updates on this story, also we'll do another stream. But pre and post debate coverage with a chat during the debate without the debate footage. We'll be doing that too. So if you're going to be watching the debate, come by tonight for our coverage, and then you can maybe watch it on your TV if you want during the debate and chat in our chat room if you want. Okay? So that is it for now. Let's hope my props to the shout out to the officers, all the law enforcement who are working hard and putting themselves at risk, searching for this person. Hopefully they can find the suspect soon. Hopefully everybody in that community in Laurel County stays safe. Thoughts with the 5 people who were injured. I hope they recover fully. And we'll bring you more on this when we have it. That is it for now. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.